In this video, I'm going to show you how to consult the I Ching. I'm not going to really explain what it is or its history or why you should use it or any of those other benefits. Those are other things that I will explore in other videos. And if you want to know the information, I highly recommend just Googling around and going to Wikipedia and just spending a few minutes researching there. And this is just going to be how to and how I do it and just a little explanation so you can start consulting it right now. So the first thing you're going to need is, of course, a version of the book. Now these are my two favorite versions here. The first is called A Guide to the I Ching by Carol K. Anthony. The second is also by Carol K. Anthony, but it's just a more, as you can see, it's a thicker version and it's a little more in depth and a little more deep. But I like to consult both because just for quickness and just if I need something, quick and easy, this is where I want to go. If you want to explore something more deeply and really get more insight, this is what you want to go with. I personally like both and use both and go back and forth, but I'll just leave that up to you. But these are the two versions that I recommend the most and think are the best to work with and have been the most effective for me in my experience. Now, second to the book, you're obviously going to need some paper, 3 coins. It doesn't matter if they're pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, whatever, just as long as you have 3 of the same. And then a marker. And then you're going to need a question or a situation or something you want to know more about. And this is going to be something that you're going to have in your mind and you're going to focus your attention on it. And then you're going to take the coins and throw the coins 6 times to get 6 different lines, which will make up your hexagram. Then you'll find your hexagram in the book and you'll read the text and you'll get some insight or some sort of perspective on your situation. Now, typically how I consult with this book on a daily basis is to just say, what should be my focus for today, or what do I need to work on, or where am I at right now? And generally that will be very insightful and very pertinent and relevant to whatever I'm going through at that time. If there's situations that you're going through that you want advice on, you can consult with those as well, which for me it's been incredibly helpful to do that. And actually, and sometimes it's been kind of prophetic in a way, where it'll say, okay, here's a situation that's about to happen, and then sure enough, about an hour or 2 later, situation takes place and I remember, oh yeah, I read this, this is how I need to respond, this is how I need to react, this is the energy I need to embody to really have a harmonious interaction here. So this is something that's been really effective for me and something I highly recommend. So now we're going to throw our coins, and again, mine is just going to be, what should be my focus be for today. So throw the coins, and hopefully you can see these. I'll change. There you go. So now you can see we threw 3 heads. So heads are worth 3 and tails are worth 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to 3, 6, 9. So we're going to draw a straight line. But because it was 3 of the same, we're getting what's called a moving line. And I'll explain a little bit later what that means. So we're going to throw the coins 5 more times, and we got 2 tails and a head. So 2, 4, 3 makes 7. So that is another straight line, because even numbers are broken, odd numbers are unbroken. So next we have 2 heads, so 3, 6, 8. I have a broken line. And there's really no specific method, you just kind of shake them up and roll them down. And we have 2 heads and a tail, so 3, 6, 8. Again, another broken line. And we have 2 tails, so 2, 4, 7. Now we have 2 tails and 1 head again, so 2, 4, 7. And now we have 6 lines. We have our hexagram. So now what we do is we take our hexagram and we find it in the back of this book. So basically we just say, okay, we have Let me see here. Change modes. We have two solid lines and a broken, so that would be two solid lines and a broken. And then we have kind of the mirror image, so a broken and two solid lines. So we just come down and find the interaction here. So we have that on the bottom, then we have that one on the top, and you can see it meets right here. So I'm going to come down and write 61. But because we had a moving line, I'm going to put a slash, because what we do is we leave everything else the same, but we make the moving line its opposite. So we're going to have the same hexagram on top, but a different one on the bottom. So that will be broken, unbroken, broken. So we're going to start with the same one on the top, but we're going to look for the other one, which would be right there. So now the second one is 59. So now we're going to write 59, and now we have our hexagram. Now a broken line just gives you more insight on a situation. So now we're going to pull into here, and it says, let's see, sorry about that. This is the hexagram I pulled, and what we're going to do is just read the text here, and then because we had a moving line, we're going to come to the end of the passage, and it says first line. Now we're going to read the text of the first line, and that's going to give us even more insight into our situation. Now if we don't have any moving lines, then we stop just there and we ignore the rest of this and don't pay any attention to it. And we don't pay any attention or read any of the other lines if we didn't get those as moving lines. So that's what we're going to do, and then the next step is to go back to our other hexagram, which was 59, and we'll see it here, and we'll read that, and then we'll read it to just here. We'll read it just to the end, but not any of the lines, because we didn't have any moving lines on that hexagram. So that's essentially how we consult the Oracle here, and something I've been doing on a daily basis for the last few months, and I've been getting a lot of really good results and a lot of really good advice that I don't always follow, but when I do follow it, it's working out for the best, and when I don't, it's not always working out quite so well and quite so harmoniously, but it's just, you know, a lesson in progress, a learning progress, and something I highly recommend. So again, the book is by Carol K. Anthony. Both of these are. You can get both of these on Amazon. I highly recommend all of her books. And if you want to know more about this text, its history, its use, its purpose, just you know, look on Wikipedia and be on the lookout for future videos. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll talk to you soon.